Appreciate everybody being here. It's an exciting week. Looking forward to it. It's a great opportunity for us. We're playing a really good football team in Western Kentucky. They've got some really special and dynamic players on both sides of the ball. They're pretty high up there in all the conference rankings there in offensive statistics as well as defensive statistics. So it's going to be an important game. We got to have a great week of preparation, especially being on a short week, coming off the Charlotte game. So we've got to get going in a hurry, but we're looking forward to it. So I'll open it up to you guys.
Coach, you guys' the second Friday game of the season. What do you take from the first one into this one, into how do you prepare and everything like that?
Well, it's a little bit different because it's an away game, and the last one was at home. But we've played just about every day of the week since I've been here, so we've got a good a good schedule, a good plan. This one is later in the year compared to the Marshall game, so we've got to be a little bit more cognizant of their bodies. We've got to feel like we've got a good plan in place, for this Western game this week.
How's Brad Anderson doing, and any idea on his status for Friday?
We'll see. It's obviously he couldn't go yesterday, so kind of day by day right now.
Okay. Who would be the number 2 then behind Tavares?
It's a good question because 2, 3, 4, and 5 are hurt too. Probably we'll look at Terrell and Jock, see how they're doing.
Okay. And also the offensive line, how's Robert and Lucas doing?
It's day by day on those guys. Neither one of them were able to practice yesterday.
Do you think just going in the game, once guys like that, like Robert, especially when he went out, how did that sort of just change the dynamic of that unit?
I thought Josh came in and did a good job. His snaps were, pretty consistent. We had a couple penalties in the offensive line because of the cadence. His cadence varied from Pete's. So, it took a couple times to get adjusted to that. But I thought Josh came in and held his own and did a nice job.
Coach, what do you guys have to do to stop a quarterback as good as Mike White?
He's a special player. He's really good. He can make all the throws. He's tough. He's played a lot of games, so he's a really good quarterback. He understands their offense and what they're trying to do. The thing you got to do is just, and we've done a good job defensively of not giving up a lot of big explosive plays. So, with a team as explosive as Western Kentucky, you've really got to eliminate those explosion plays. So, he's really good. He's gonna make his plays, but we just have to try to eliminate the explosion plays as much as we can.
And then offensively speaking, with all the injuries that you guys have had this year, you're able to reel off 2 30-plus point games in a row. How encouraging has it been to see that?
Well, I think it's good. I think like I said last week, we got some juice back. We got some swagger back. We got some confidence back, during that open date leading up to, the UTEP game, and it carried over this week or this past week. So I think that, anytime you win, obviously it breeds confidence. But I think these guys leading up to that UTEP game, I just felt like did a really good job over the open date, and regained our swagger and regained some confidence that we might have lost there in those couple games before it.
Coach, in his second game back, Brent showed a lot of improvement from his overall stat line from his first game back. Is this say he's getting closer to returning to full form, and do you expect him to build on that this week?
Yeah, I thought he was, full form when he came back. He missed a couple throws, against UTEP. And then he played really well this past week. So he'll continue to improve. Any competitor, any athlete, you always want to get better each week, and that's what Brent will try to do this week.
Could you just kind of give your thoughts about this series, the 100 miles of hate, all of that, and how that has kind of grown on you as far as the seriousness of the rivalry between the two schools?
Yeah, I don't, that 100 miles of hate, I don't hate anybody. I don't hate their players. I don't hate their coaches. I have a lot of respect, for their players, Mike White and Mike Sanford, those guys, and Bubba Spurrier, Bubs over there. I respect those coaches and I respect the players. So I don't hate them. I understand the fans on the peripheral, the people on the outside, their passion, and they may say they hate somebody, but we as a coaching staff, we as a team, we respect everybody. So, this has been a really good rivalry since I've been here. Most of the games are close. We clobbered them one time here, and they clobbered us, one time up there. So most of the games have been relatively close. And, so they're a good football team, and we got to prepare to play a good team. And our players understand the importance of this game for a lot of different reasons. And, so I have no doubt we'll be excited and ready to play this game.
Is there anything behind the new look with the goatee you have?
Behind it? I think I told y'all why I did it. During the open date, I said I got to change our luck around here and see if we can get something going. So I shaved my head and grew this, and but that was the only reason behind it. So just trying to change our luck, and it's worked the last 2 weeks.
Your son comes back, you win 2 straight games. A lot of people on the outside think the change of quarterback, you just start winning. Is there more to it as to why you guys are turning the season around?
Well, Brent's a big part of it, obviously, and like I've said before, he gives our team a lot of confidence, not just our offensive team. His passion, his enthusiasm, radiates throughout the whole team. So that's part of it, but it's not the only part. And, we've played better. We've protected the ball better offensively. We've been able to run the ball better offensively. Defensively, we haven't given up the big plays, that we gave up, there at Marshall. We're getting pressure on the quarterback. We're getting off the field on third down. Our kicking game has been pretty good. We weren't very good against Charlotte, but for the most part, our kicking game has been really good. So I think it's just, we're a more confident team in all 3 phases of our football team right now. So, yeah, Brent's a part of it, but he's not the only reason.
Obviously, you don't want to look ahead, but how important is it to have 7 wins as compared to 6, given the history here of, trying to get to a bowl game?
You're exactly right. I don't want to look ahead. So, we're just trying to get to 6. We'll worry about the next one, and but our main objective is trying to win this week and get our 6th win.
With the first-year coach there and Coach Sanford, how has their style of play changed, if at all, with what they try to do offensively?
I don't think it's changed much. They're still they're leading the conference in passing and all the passing statistics, and they've done that, the last couple of years. So offensively, they haven't changed a whole lot. Defensively, again, I think they led the conference in total defense last year, and they're right up there at 1, 2, and 3 in most of the categories this year. So it's to me, it's the same team, schematic-wise, philosophical-wise that they've had. The last few years. This is a really good football team that's had a couple close losses and has beat some good people.
Coach, this is a team that gives up about 180 yards a game on the ground. Having said that, how important do you think it'll be to get Tavares going early?
Well, it's going to be important to be able to run the ball no matter who you play. And I said it a few weeks ago, as it gets to November and it starts getting colder, you've got to be able to control the ball, control the clock, and being able to run the ball. And we've been able to do that the last 2 weeks pretty efficiently. And, we're still going to come out. We'll study our game plan, have a good plan this week. And, we may come out and, throw it every down. We may come out and run it every down. We'll see what gives us the best chance to win. But it's being able to run the ball is going to be critical, for both teams in this game.
Sticking with their defense, they also only give up, I think, 180-something passing yards a game. What are you guys going to have to do through the air to be successful against that good back? We
got to make plays, and I told the receivers yesterday, we caught, all the balls that when we were open, we caught them, but we didn't catch any. We put 4 on the ground that when somebody's a little bit close to us, we put the ball on the ground. We got to make a play. The first play of the game, we got a post in there. We drop that. We drop another post going into the third quarter, a couple plays on their sideline. So we got to make some plays in the passing game, and because we got to make some contested catches in the passing game. And right now we haven't done that the last couple of weeks, and that's what we got to start doing. That'll help us.